So after we start talking about the Boston Tea Party and what was the Boston Tea Party, we're gonna start in a few years before the Boston Tea Party happens. So start in 1765 when the British introduced a new act to the 13 colonies, which was called the Stamp Act. And what was the Stamp Act? The Stamp Act was basically like that. You want to buy a deck of cards, example, and you are paying money for the deck of cards and stamp basically, and you had to buy more money for that. You had to pay more money for that, which made the British really I forgot. Oh my goodness. So after we start talking about the Boston Tea Party and what was the Boston Tea Party, we're gonna start at the year 1750. Oh my Jesus. Oh, that's so hard, bro. I thought it was gonna be more easy than speaking Portuguese, but speaking English is getting hard right now. Crying. So before we start talking about this Boston Tea Party, first of all, we're gonna start at the year of 70. Was the Stamp Act basically? Example: you wanna buy a deck of cards, and the other person basically that is using the Stamp Act stamps your deck of cards. Basically, everything that you borrow that you wanna buy. It's basically you have the British or the seller stamps you basically. That was So before I start talking about the Boston Tea Party, we're gonna start at the year 1765, which the British introduced a new act to the 13 colonies, and this act was called the Stamp Act. Basically, what was the Stamp Act? Example, if you want to buy a deck of cards and you already cost some money, or oh my goodness, in 1777, no my goodness, whatever, I'm kidding. Caramba. In 1770, the American colonies protest against the British soldiers. The Tea Act. On May 1773, the British introduced a new act, which was called the Tea Act. This act was basically that the British were allowed to export every single tea to Boston, so which made the American colonies really angry. So some of liberties planned to. Oh my goodness! That's the Tea Act. On May 1773, the British introduced the new no, not the new, oh my goodness, the Tea Act, the Tea Act. On May 1773, the British introduced the Tea Act to the 13 colonies. This act allows that the British will sell tea to the 13 colonies, specifically in the city of Boston. This made the 13 colonies really furious because they want to be independent at that time. They don't want to have the control that the British will have. During the Boston Tea Party, there were 5 Sons of Liberties that were planning to Oh my God. During the Boston Tea Party, there were 5 Sons of Liberties that planned to do the I was gonna say event, but then the protest. I don't know how. On December 16, 1773, there were 3 British ships waiting. No, they were not waiting. On December 16, 1773, there were 3 British ships exporting tea to the city of Boston. They were the Dartmouth, the Beaver, and the Eleanor. In the same day, they were exporting. Some of the liberties and American colonies were waiting for the British ships to come. So the Sons of Liberties that I already mentioned in this video, they call a Native American tribes, which is called the Mohawk tribes, which is that tribes over there. So the Mohawk tribes landed and invaded the British ships, and they dump 342 chests of tea. This leads to a revolution, which was mostly famous as the American Revolution, which was we didn't put timer. I forgot they had like E aí galera, que tá falando é o Henrique, hoje estamos mais um vídeo do canal Interesting Random Facts Academy, e hoje nós vamos falar de quem foi Grover Cleveland. Mas antes de começar este vídeo, como sempre... Eita, meu computador travado agora, nossa. Caraca, me perdi. Tô achando que tô falando meio baixo. Tô falando alto. E aí galera, quem tá falando é o Henrique, hoje mais do canal Interesting Random Facts Academy, e hoje nós vamos falar quem foi Grover, né? Errei. Grover. Oh meu Deus. Por que o cara tá cortando grama agora? Meu Deus, vizinho. Cortando grama agora. Tudo bem. Aqui nos Estados Unidos os vizinhos cortam muita grama. Interessante. Na hora que eu ia começar a gravar meu vídeo. Esqueci que tava recording já. Em 1863, Cleveland virou assistente da Caramba! Erie County, oh meu Deus. Eu coloquei. Nossa! Eu sempre erro, meu Deus, quando. Nossa! Em 1896, Cleveland deixou de ser presidente dos Estados Unidos. Depois disso, em 1897 até 1908, Cleveland trabalhou na cidade de Princeton. Na cidade não, oh meu Deus. Universidade, Rick! Em 1896, Cleveland deixou de ser presidente dos Estados Unidos. Depois disso, em 1897 até 1908... Saúde.